It's a beautiful day in Kansas. Thought we'd just do a quick walk around the yard, check out the apiary, and see if the greenhouse is staying warm. So let's go. We thought we were getting a storm, so we came out and filled up the bird feeders. That's a good thing. Look at the ice. Tree's completely coated in ice. Yes, it's as cold as it sounds. We got another week of this. It's make it or break it for the bees. Oh, this is nice. Look. The drifts have formed a little pathway right to the greenhouse. How nice. Wow. Look at that ice. All right, we'll come back and go in here. Probably should have covered the tractor. Whoops. Woo! The snowdrift is up to my knee. It's higher than my knees. Woo! I always appreciate this greenhouse because you can come to the back of the yard here and depending on the direction of the wind, which is right now coming straight from the north, you can stand here on the south side and get a nice little wind block. A little dead spot here. Look at that. Weather vane's going. Hey, it's James from Carp's Bees, reporting live from Carp's Bees Apiary. Yes, it's a beautiful day out today. The bees are flying. Now, hopefully they are hunkered down. So let's just take a little look. And if these entrances are blocked right now, I'm not going to clear them because it's actually a good thing to stop that wind from getting in there. Look at that. Whew. Yep, they're almost all blocked, not all of them. first, let's check our propane. Propane's running. These indicators always run low, lower than it actually is, so it seems like we're good. And actually, just looking at this condensation line here, I don't know if you can see it in the video, but I think the propane's went about down that much. Makes sense, we've been running it for a long time. And so we can get through this tank, that tank's full, and that tank is full, so we're gonna be good. All right, look at that weather. Whew. Wow. Okay, this is pretty cool. Look at this. I think I know where I have a leak. Look at that. That is so neat. I mean, not good that it's blowing cold air in, but nature's amazing. Get a close-up of that. So that's air being pressed against the outside of the greenhouse, coming out through a leak between the boards. So we'll get that sealed up. But kind of a neat effect. Hey there, it's James with Make It Happen Greenhouse and Carp's Bees, and I am reporting to you live from the middle of a winter blizzard here in Kansas, but we are in the nice toasty greenhouse. So right now I'm looking at the temperature gauge and it's 54 degrees in the greenhouse. We have our 30,000 BTU propane heater cranking away here. It's been on all night, keeping the temperature where it needs to be. Now if I look carefully at our temperature gauge, it's showing 19 degrees outside. Wind chill's taking it down well below 10, so it's really cold out. The one thing is I got to keep the heater on right now because with the temperature at 19 and it being so overcast, it's not allowing the sun to really heat up the greenhouse as much as I'd like. I could take a chance and see if the electric heaters would kick on and keep it warm, but until that sun comes out, till the snow stops, I'm just going to keep the propane heater on. We checked the levels on the propane. I have two 100-pound tanks as well as a normal, I think it's 15 or 20-pound tank. All of those are really full, except for the 100-pounder that we've run off of last night, and it's only gone down, I would say, maybe 20%. So we have this week coming up, we have 2 days where it's going to warm up into the 50s, maybe even get to 60, and then immediately that's going to be followed by another 3 to 4 day cold snap where it's going to drop down into the single digits or lower. This is Kansas though, so no promises there. It could change. So the plan this weekend is to get the greenhouse cleaned up. So we spent some time over the past few days painting the interior of the greenhouse, putting down pea gravel for our new beds, Now is our chance to go through the equipment and get things straightened up and organized, clean off anything that needs to be cleaned and prepped for spring, while trying to maintain the life of some of these plants that have really struggled in here through winter. So you see some of those in the background here. So anyway, this is a great warming station in the back of the yard. We're right next to the apiary. And speaking of the apiary and bees, I'll just say that this next week is probably absolutely critical for them. All 9 hives have been flying up to this point on warm days. But this cold snap is right at the end of February. It's right at the critical time for bees when they could potentially die. So after this next cold snap, hopefully it'll warm up pretty quickly. We can get in there and check things out, and hopefully there's no dead outs. But if there is, you know what? We'll deal with that when we get to it. So anyway, kind of excited. Spring is approaching. This is probably hopefully our last big winter storm. Who knows? But it feels that way. So all right. Let's hit it. Get ready. Woo! Push it. Sun's trying to peek out through the clouds. Some of our trees are bent over pretty hard. That apple right there, that's trouble. Might not make it. Bed's got a little damage to him. is an interesting plant right here. This plant's actually highly toxic. You do not want to eat it, and it can irritate your skin. They're pretty though. These little pods can be real trouble though. So stay away, even though they look neat, stay away from them. I normally cut them down. Looks like the Macintosh tree is holding up. Covered in ice though.